Hello guys, as promised, you're seeing me in this wonderful ensemble that I have on here. Welcome back to my channel. We are going to be talking about my monthly reading wrap up from March. I did not do one for February because, to be honest, February is a short month and I did not read a ton in February. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. And also, if you're new here, hello, my name is Alex. We talk about everything from cosplay, fandoms, to reading, and everything in between on my channel. So if that sounds like you, please hit that subscribe button or like this video to follow for more like this. Let's get into this reading wrap up. So the month of March, I actually read quite a bit for me because I do work, if you guys didn't know, I work a normal regular job. Content creating is something that I would eventually like to make as my full-time thing, but for now it is my hobby. So I do work 40 hours a week, corporate stuff, remote things. So but yeah, so this is kind of my little side thing, hobby, and I love talking to you guys about books and everything else in between. So I did get into more books this month actually, so I'm really excited to share those with you. If you watched my previous video, which will go up before this, or this one may go up before that one, I'm not too sure which order I'm going to put them out in, we're going to talk about the books I read. So these are the Dreamland Billionaire trilogy. Well, they are going to be a trilogy, but the third one is not out yet. This one came out last year. This is by the author Lauren Asher, who also wrote the Dirty Air series, if you guys didn't know. That is much loved on BookTok, BookTube. Yeah, basically I'm going to start that series this week, and I will talk about that as soon as I'm done with all of those. I might do a reading vlog for those, not sure. More to come on that one. These are different couples, so if you like a new couple each book, like I do, kind of similar to, what's it called? The Kings of Rittenhouse, which I've only started a little bit of those. I haven't fully finished those. Or like Fulton You, I haven't read those either. I think I've read like the first and both of those, and I need to go back to those series because I did love them very much. Once Football, One's Hockey, if I can remember correctly. Kind of that type of deal. They're like those. I like books like that. I love different couple dynamics and then how they all emerge into one world, one universe. Love that. I'm obsessed. It's like one of my newest favorite things that I discovered about myself during the pandemic was all these books that were like that. So that's these. This follows three brothers. Each of them, their grandfathers, basically like kind of like Walt Disney, so to speak. And he passes away, and in order to have different stakes in the company, there's different things that they have to complete in the will, so to speak, to be able to get the inheritance and do those things. I love this series. I think it's great. It was one of my probably like, I just like them a lot. I think they're wonderful. I think you guys would really like them. I think you should give them a great shot. Both of these I would say are 5-star reads, just calling that out there. 4.5 maybe on the first one, and then I'm gonna go with 5 on the second one. I like this series a lot. I really related a lot to Declan in the second one, as you'll see in my breakdown kind of this series. But yeah, the third one is going to come out next year. That's based on the third brother, who is Callahan. The first brother is, so this is Rowan and Zara, and then this is Declan and Iris. So if that sounds up your street, I highly suggest them. Excuse me. And if you are a Disney fan, yeah, you should totally read these. You would love them. And you're a lover of romance and books, do yourself a favor, go to Amazon, just add to cart. Or Barnes & Noble, but I don't think, I know the Dirty Air series is not available at my local Barnes & Noble. So you might have to order them off of Amazon, because I know that, oh no, it's for a different series, which I'll get into at the latter half of this video. Moving on from there, I am a member of Book of the Month, so I did select one this month. Okay, you guys. I was between 3 books. I was between Dr. Dill. There was one about a map cartographer that I literally cannot think of the name of. I'll insert it down here below. That was the choices for March, because as you know, if you are also familiar with Book of the Month, it was 5 choices to pick from, and now it is 7. So this month I chose Lucy Foley's The Paris Apartment. When I tell you that I literally had to drag myself through this book. So the book itself is, let's see, 340 pages, I think? About 360, 355, give or take. Well, not give or take, it is, but I kind of thought it was going to be like, if you've watched the Hulu show with Selena Gomez and Martin Short, that is about the murder that takes place in the building, Only Murders in the Building. I thought it was going to be like that. It was not. I didn't like it. It was really slow. The plot was kind of predictable at the end, and it didn't do much for me. The main character for me wasn't that, like, I don't know. She just wasn't that likable. She wasn't like, I didn't hate her. I couldn't really relate to her in a lot of it. And I just didn't really feel like there was a lot of like context for her as a character, and it moved around a lot. If you've read like any of Kevin Kwan's books, he does move around characters quite a bit as well. But I feel like those are all really well explained. Their plot points are all great, and I love Kevin Kwan, like love his novels, all of them. Please go read Crazy Rich Asians if you haven't. This is your PSA. Those are all 5-star rates from me for him. Love his books. Yeah, let me read the back for you. Basically it says, Jess needs a fresh start. She's broke and alone, and she's just left her job under less than ideal circumstances. Her half-brother Ben didn't sound thrilled when she asked if she could crash with him for a bit, but he didn't say no, and surely everything will look better from Paris. Only when she shows up to find a very nice apartment could Ben really have afforded this. He's not there. The longer Ben stays missing, the more Jess starts to dig into her brother's situation, and the more questions she has. Ben's neighbors are an eclectic bunch and not particularly friendly. Jess may have come to Paris to escape her past, but it's starting to look a lot like Ben's future is in doubt. That's in doubt. Everyone's a neighbor, everyone's a suspect, and everyone knows something they're not telling. I was hooked. I don't like this book. 1 out of 5. I'm sorry. I don't recommend this one. Maybe if you guys have stronger opinions about it in the comments, let me know, but it was not for me. The 4th book I read this month is, I don't have it with me because I have it as an ebook. I'm a member of Kindle Unlimited and Apple Books. I pay for books on there. This was not on Kindle Unlimited or on, I think I paid for it via Apple or via Kindle. I think it was via Kindle. It is Mel Robbins' The High Five Habit. I actually was in a book club, that was like a book club pick in February. I didn't actually finish it in February. I kind of got deterred, and I ended up finishing it, I think it was last week. Love this book. If you didn't know about Mel Robbins, she's a life coach, and it kind of teaches you like all these different things about like, I don't want to say motivation because like there's like a big theme with it. I just really like that book, and like 5 stars for me. I would like to read some of her other works. I think she's really great, really inspiring. And yeah, I follow her on Instagram now. It's more of like a book you kind of have to just, like if you're into like, I don't want to say self-help, but like manifestation and like different things like that, and like kind of like helping you to be the best version of yourself, which I also like to mix in with romance books or fantasy books or whatever. I like to mix a lot of that in too. Yeah, I think you would really like it. If you're interested, go ahead and check out her Instagram. She has a couple of other books called The 5-Second Rule. It's really good. It's a really good book. 5 stars. I loved it. I'm going to start implementing some of those practices that she listed in there. Yeah, I've been a little bit busy. I know I keep saying that, but I had car stuff yesterday, guys, so I'm like, ugh. But let's get into the last and final book that I have read for this month. And I'm saying that because I literally have 25 pages left. And I know that this one is going to be a controversial one. And I know what everybody tells you. But I'm going to give you my unabashed review of this book, because I know that this series is very well loved. But I just don't think I can do it, guys, to be fair. It is the first one in the Addicted series by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I know that this has a diehard fan base. I believe it's 12 books. It's a friend group, and I know it's Steph Bora's favorite series. There's a couple other book talkers that I follow that they love it. It's also their favorite. As you can see, I have like a little bit left here at the end. Peep my little book of the month bookmark there. So I went to Barnes & Noble to pick up this one. This is actually a print on demand book, so they didn't have it in store, so I had to order this one off Amazon, but I did pick up the other 2 because everybody was like, you got to get through the first 3. So I was like, okay. I don't know if I can do it. To be honest with you, this book has left me kind of depressed. I almost DNF'd it, like did not finish, if you guys aren't familiar with that term, multiple times. And I've only started reading it like the last few days. It's not particularly long. It's like 340 pages. It's just, I don't think I can do it, guys. I like Lily and I like Lo, like as people, but the whole, I don't think I can do it. Let me read the back to you and you can tell me, maybe it's just because it's not my particular genre of books that I particularly like to read. But yeah, so it says, she's addicted to sex, he's addicted to booze, that the only way out is rock bottom. No one would suspect shy Lily Calloway's biggest secret. While everyone is dancing at college bars, Lily stays in the bathroom to get laid. Her compulsion leads her to one-night stands, steamy hookups, and events she shamefully regrets. The only person who knows her secret happens to have one of his own. Lauren Hale's best friend is his bottle of bourbon. Lily comes at a close second. For 3 years, they pretended to be in a relationship, so obviously fake dating, hiding their addictions from their families. They've mastered the art of concealing flasks and random guys that filter in and out of their apartment. But as they sink beneath the weight of their addictions, they cling harder to their destructive relationship and wonder if a life together for real is better than a lie. Strangers and family begin to infiltrate their carefully guarded lives, and with new challenges, they realize they may not just be addicted to alcohol and sex. Their real vice may be each other. I would definitely say trigger warning if you can relate to any of these. I personally cannot. I'm just saying that definitely trigger warning on these. I find them hard. I find it hard to read. I really feel for the both of them, but especially for Lily with her sex addiction. I wasn't really like super familiar with that before I read this book. And reading from her perspective, it's just a lot. And it's not that I don't enjoy reading books about issues that people go through and different things like that. I just don't know if I can read it, to be honest. I know some people said that they're boring, they don't like them as a couple. It's not that for me. I think I really like them and I like the dynamic they have, obviously. But I don't know if I can get through 2 more of these, because the next 2 are also about Lily and Lo. And then it kind of breaks into her other sisters, Daisy and Rose. And then she does have a 4th sister named Poppy, but Poppy is married. But I know that the later series is like them as parents and like their kids and like the bodyguards kid, like it's like a whole thing, a whole dynamic. I've watched Steph Bower talk about it before. That's how I know kind of the backstory with this, and watched a few book talk videos. I don't know, guys. I have like 15 pages left and it's kind of left me like really sad. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll let you know if I decide to keep reading this series. For now, I think I need to take a break from it. I mean, it's a lot. I think it's personally a lot. And I know that everybody said that like you got to get through the first 3, but the next one's like 250 and then the next one's like 440. And it's just a lot. Maybe like in between other ones. I'm not sure. I still have like 25 pages left of this. I'll finish it tonight. Today is like the 29th, so it's technically the end of the month. I doubt that I'm going to finish the first book in the Dirty Air series before the first, but we'll see. Maybe I will. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. That's my reading wrap up for March. Let me know what you guys got up to, what you read. If you read more than me, I'm sure you did. I just got a lot going on, so I've been trying to do that and balance that. But yeah, if you like any of this, if you want to go check out my Instagram, any of that, all of the links are in my bio. That's all I have for today, guys, but I hope you're having a good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're having out there. And if you're not, I hope things look up for you and this is a community for you to feel safe and to feel loved. Feel free to stay tuned for more Marvel things. We got Moon Knight coming up, guys. I'm excited. Can't wait for that. And then Morbius is actually out this weekend, so I will do a review on how I feel about that as well. Here's hoping that this Andrew Garfield lover's heart is satisfied and that he is the Spider-Man we get at the end. We shall see, guys. We shall see. I still need to get my tickets. But yeah, and as you can see, I have added some photos to my collage wall in the back. I will be doing more pieces, but this is kind of what I have for now. Yeah, that's all for today's video. I can't wait to talk to you guys more about Moon Knight and other things upcoming book-wise. Yeah, I have a lot coming up. Stay tuned. I'm going to be doing, I think, a reading vlog. I'm not making any promises. Hopefully I'll be able to, of Daisy Jones and the Six and Evelyn, the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, so the Taylor Jenkins Reid vlog. I love it. I'm really excited. Yeah. I hope you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you later. Bye guys.